The redesigned 2024 Ford Mustang introduces the 7th generation of the pony car, though much of the previous Mustang's DNA is still present. Ford says that all of the 2024 Mustang's bodywork is new, save for the front pillars and roof, but the overall impression is one of many slight tweaks to the Mustang's current formula. The familiar long hood/short deck lid proportions are still here, though the grille is now more squared and the rear fenders look curiously familiar to those from the Chevrolet Camaro. Blasphemous, I know. The 2024 Mustang's furrowed brow headlights are virtually the same shape as before, but come stuffed with new internals, including new tri-bar LED accents that echo the pony car's iconic tri-bar taillight motif. The old Mustang's amber-colored reflectors have been moved out of the corners of the headlights and onto the front fender lips, leaving the peepers darker and more sinister looking. Ford's designers have, in effect, flipped last year's corral-shaped grille upside down for 2024. They've also stretched the opening vertically, while inserting nostrils in the left and right corners. Those inserts line up with the hockey stick-shaped creases lower in the bumper that outline each outboard intake. Call them what you will: shoulders, fender bulges, haunches, flanks. The Mustang's hips grow more defined for 2024, with a more distinct crease starting just behind each door handle and kicking up and over the rear wheels. Ford moves the rear corner reflectors from the sides of the rear bumper to vertical strips at the trailing edge of each rear fender opening to match the front end's new reflector treatment. Inside the 2024 Mustang are more drastic, with Ford seemingly abandoning the Mustang's signature double-hood dashboard design in favor of a more modern, screen-centered look on all trims. A pair of panels connected by a single frame wrap around the driver's side of the cockpit, somewhat following the angles of the dashboard below. The air vents, for example, tuck in a little and face ever so slightly toward the driver. Behind the wheel, a large 12.4-inch instrument cluster display is now mounted side by side with a 13.2-inch touchscreen that now sits up high, rather than below a pair of air vents as it did in the outgoing car. The center touchscreen is powered by Ford's Sync 4 system, not the new Android-based operating system that was rumored. Ford says that system will debut on a different, new model in the near future. It's slightly tweaked but will feel similar to what is seen on the Mustang Mach-E, just in a landscape layout instead of the Mach-E's portrait screen. There are fewer obvious changes beyond the dashboard, however, with the center console carrying on apparently unchanged. Ford has fitted a new, more angular steering wheel hub and a flat bottom rim, but there's no denying a slight disconnect between the carryover parts' rounded detailing, such as on the door panels and that tubular central tunnel, and the squarer, more angled appearance of the air vents, steering wheel, displays, and dashboard overall. The Mustang's safety technology also gets an upgrade, now offering reverse automatic braking in addition to adaptive cruise control and lane centering assistance. The 2024 model also introduces a feature that Ford calls active pothole mitigation. It's optional on models equipped with the performance package and comes standard in the new track-oriented Dark Horse variants. In Ford's words, the system continually monitors the suspension and relies on shock movement to detect potholes and changes shock behavior to prevent the wheel from falling into potholes. At the rear, The black panel between the taillights of the previous generation is now body color to blend it into the form better. The taillights have been slimmed up, as have the headlights. The classic tri-bar taillights received jaunty new folds midway up their height, pinching them into the Mustang's newly scalloped tail. The top half of that crease forms a sort of lip spoiler, to which customers can add the extra spoiler seen on this GT model. A bevy of new creases and interesting cut lines, especially around the trunk opening, give the Mustang's rear end more definition and a sharper look. A chunkier lower bumper element surrounding the exhaust outlets adds further visual interest and wraps around the license plate mount. The old Mustang's similar piece ran straight across the bumper.